So, how much are you really paying in asset management fees? And again, if you ask your broker, like you ask brokers across the United States, what am I paying in fees, Mr. Broker, Miss Broker? Oh, you're paying about 1%. It's like the common thing they're trained on. So they might say that the only fee you're paying to me is 1%, and that might be true. The problem is they don't volunteer the rest of the fees, because you also might be paying 1% in hypothetical money manager fees, because advisors typically don't manage the money. They hand it off to a third-party money manager, and the money manager isn't going to be managing your money for free. They're going to charge a fee. You might not even see it or notice it. And when your broker says, oh, you don't have any other cost, if you have any mutual funds, index funds, or exchange-traded funds, it's a blatant lie. Every single one of those funds have costs associated with it, which is called the mutual fund, the exchange-traded fund, or the index fund expense. And they have to tell you that fee, but they can bury it in the prospectus, which you hate to read. But there's a hidden cost. And the hidden cost is every mutual fund, index fund, and ETF fund, they're going to be buying and selling stocks or bonds each year. So they tell you to hang in there and ride it out. You're in it for the long run. They're going to be buying and selling. If you look at the average mutual fund, the average mutual fund invested in equities and stocks is going to have between an 80 and a 100% turnover ratio. What does that mean? That means they're selling 80 to 100% of the stocks every single year, and then they're repurchasing 80 to 100% of the stocks each year. Is that going to be a little baby cost or a huge cost? Huge cost, and the mutual fund isn't paying it. They're passing it on to you with a lower rate of return. And if you have old style funds, you probably have a lot of cash inside the mutual funds, and there's going to be cash drag. So the poor client, you think you're paying 1%, or you've actually been told you're paying 1%. You could be paying up to 4.59%. On average, we don't see it that high. On average, we see not 1%, but we see the average being about 2.5% if you have an advisor. And it doesn't sound like that much more, 1 to 2.5%. Do you think 1.5% extra fees per year has anything to do with minimizing your retirement success? It definitely does. So we have to know what you're paying and reduce your fees to something that's more reasonable.